just came from Bellingham. And when I was looking out, it was a beautiful day, and I was looking out on the mountains, and I was looking at the farmland that you see, and I look out, and most of that farmland has been protected because of Futurewise's work. And that it was there when many people were busy going to work and feeding their family, getting them to school. We're making sure that that landscape is still protected.
One thing that we really appreciate about Futurewise is that they have the foresight to think about what do we want this valley to look like in the next 50 years.
Snohomish County would be a very different place today if it wasn't for Futurewise.
Without Futurewise and organizations and government protecting it, when we really need the food from this valley, we won't have it because it'll be paved over like California.
Futurewise is kind of like a catalyst that brings people together and teaches them how to participate effectively. So there's been thousands and thousands of acres of forest land that have been saved and protected. Our land use plan is really set now for the future to try to encourage growth in our towns and cities, encourage our businesses there, but then again protect our rural areas. And there would be a lot of different changes on the land now if Futurewise wasn't there.
Tulalip helped to work with the county, Snohomish County, City of Everett, in developing a salmon recovery plan. And as we pulled that organization together, Futurewise came in, as well as in another organization we started with Snohomish County, and that's the Sustainable Land Strategy.
That's tying the salmon recovery folks and the tribes, environmental interests, with the agricultural community. And they're developing together a plan so that we're preserving agriculture, enhancing it, but at the same time we're restoring salmon habitat and water quality.
Well, salmon for Tulalip is probably the most important part of our culture. The agreement between Tulalip and the salmon is that if we help and if we care for them, they'll continue to care for us.
So the project El Centro de la Raza is doing is core to the work that we're trying to do about creating more transit-oriented communities.
When we started back in 1972, we wanted to create a community. And so that's exactly what we're doing now with Plaza Roberto Maestas, is that we're creating a community around transit-oriented development that is going to include 113 units of affordable housing. There'll be expanded childcare. We're going to have 4 additional classrooms, retail space, office space, a multicultural center. And I think the heart of the project is this beautiful Latino type plaza that is about 9,000 square feet that the community will be able to enjoy and come out on summer days and enjoy it there. There'll be wedding, just a really vibrant community.
Futurewise has been a wonderful partner for us. When we first began to think about Yesler Terrace, we reached out and created a citizen advisory group to help us think through what are the dynamics that we need to be focused on, what are the principles that we need to make sure that we adhere to, what are the ultimate outcomes that we want to have as a success at Yesler Terrace.
What Seattle Housing Authority has done in rebuilding Yesler Terrace is making sure that everybody has the access to a great community, to great housing, to the services and business opportunities that we all need to thrive. And they're making that happen, and we need more of those kinds of projects, and we need them closer to our transit centers and closer to our economic centers.
I get extremely emotional about this project. It's an exciting one, not only for the urban design and urban planning opportunities that it presents, but for what it represents for our residents, what it represents for this city.
King County is dedicated to environmental protection, economic opportunity for all. Here we find a set of issues that bring together those priorities, and Futurewise is right at the center of it. making sure that we have housing that is not only affordable, but where the residents have access to everything this entire community has to offer, and bringing growth into the centers so that we can protect our farmlands and forests for future generations.
In the last 2 years, we have protected over 1 million acres of farmland statewide, over 800,000 acres of forest land statewide in some of the most beautiful places like the Upper Tanaway. We have worked to protect over 2,000 miles of shoreline from the Spokane River all the way out to Grays Harbor in Pacific County and right here in the Puget Sound. We've worked on almost every waterway system, and we have completed the blueprint for Washington State for transit-oriented communities. Our goal is over the next 2 years we'll be working in over 10 communities to ensure that the land use policies are in place to create great, vibrant place with affordable housing, access to transit, economic and residential density. You can't take care of people if you don't take care of place. And you can't take care of place if you don't take care of people. For us, it's all connected. The work that we're doing out in the farmlands and protecting our forests, and out in the Puget Sound protecting our waters, is all important to making sure that people's lives are healthy and are happy and that they have a safe place to call home.